Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to the Squatch Watchers podcast. Taylor, how was your week?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. You missed something this week.
What I
You
missed?
forgot to say we're your host, Tate and Taylor.
Well, I'm kind of gun shy now because I've done it so many different ways
I held
and
a pistol
variations.
to you last time.
Yeah. It's just kind of like I was going to let you introduce us this
Okay.
time. How about that? Starring Taylor
the
Cook.
star. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Awesome.
I want to hear about yours first.
Hot, a lot of work, a lot of miserality, if that's a word, or miserable. Miserable. I mean, it's just a miserable week. It's hot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hot around the country. We need rain. I know you don't like rain, but we need rain.
I hate rain. I'm sorry, I hate it.
You used to like mowing grass.
No, I don't like mowing grass, and if I rain, it slows down work, and then it rained all spring, took all the fun out of it, so the rain can stay gone for a while.
Well, what stunk about
But it is
last
hurting
year,
the crops for the people.
It is hurting crops, yeah. So, Lord willing, we get some rain soon. But, it sucked because the winter was like nothing but cold rain. And
Yep.
then summer's just beating down hot sun, no rain. And it sucks right now, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But how was your week?
It was good. It was good. Just been thinking about our past video that we did. We filmed a lot of stuff. I can't wait for
a lot of stuff.
if people missed our Bigfoot live. That was probably the one of the best lives we've ever had. You missed a lot, but there is a video coming of it, or you could go back and rewatch the live. But I'd suggest waiting on the video because you'll get more up close and personal.
Well,
with
so
what
yeah.
happened.
So if you haven't seen the live, check it out. But also, the two videos that have been up the past week or so, they're like prequels to the live. So if you catch up with that, catch up with the live, you'll know what's going on. Taylor had a keen eye on something that he found, and I mean it was a shocking discovery.
It was pretty shocking.
And it was all because we were goofing around like we
Goofing
always say.
around,
We're
being
goofing
ourselves.
around, being ourselves.
And it was all caught live.
It was all caught live. That's when the best stuff happens, when we're goofing around, being ourselves.
Yep.
But also, after the live, we have the initial video portion of it. You get a better view, better detail of the whole finding, and we go back the next day and do something pretty special with it.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. If you have any inquiries or questions, comments, concerns, or any videos you want to send in to us, go to squatchwatcherspodcast@gmail.com. Send it in. We'll take a look at it and talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a couple on squatchwatcherspodcast@gmail.com.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had some good ones.
We have a banger today. I'm going to go ahead and call it. We have a banger today, and there's a lot to discuss with it.
I'm excited.
It's like I would call it a medium, not a short. It's like
Let's
over
do
a
it.
minute. It's going to be good, I'm telling you.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And before we get started, I want to say something. If you want your I'm a Christian shirt for the Squatch Watchers, email us. Email us if you want your I'm a Christian shirt for the Squatch Watchers. Just want to put that out there. Everyone else promotes their stuff. Why can't we?
I got one problem with that.
Here we
right?
go.
I got one problem with that promo. Where do we email to get a shirt?
Oh, squatchwatcherspodcast@gmail.com.
Bingo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
squatchwatcherspodcast@gmail.com.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
we can make you a good deal on them.
Oh, yeah.
They even got Squatch Watchers on the sleeve.
Perfect. So, short of the week. It's a good one. For copyright purposes, this one has music in behind that was sent to us. Go figure. Always got stupid music in them for whatever reason.
Somebody likes to keep their face in front of it whenever it
Yeah, people. I mean, like
everybody wants to be a face.
Yeah, the way we do shorts, like we're gonna show it to you first, and at the end we'll throw up a little face of our own with a green screen and say, "Hey, what do you think about this? This is pretty interesting, or it's fake, or whatever it is." Like we'll talk to you about it, and you in the comments will talk about it yourself. But anywho, this one's around a minute 30 seconds, minute 28. We're gonna play sound on it, so you can just walk through what you're seeing, and we'll show up on the screen as we go. But there's a lot to unpack. I'm gonna let you watch it first. I want you to give your initial thoughts and reactions, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I'm
Sound
excited.
good?
I'm excited. Where was this located?
I have no clue. But
Okay.
in the audio with the stupid music, there's people speaking, a man and woman, and they're speaking like, I believe it's Spanish.
Okay.
So it's somewhere maybe
Mexico,
Central America
Spain.
or Spain. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking Central America. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that does kind of look like deserty, hay, dried out type look.
Yeah. So here we go.
Yep. I will speak. Okay. Is that someone laying in the middle of the road?
It appears so.
Let me turn this sideways. Hang on.
Landscape.
Same difference. So these people are creeping up the road. Are they walking or driving? What in the heck is that?
That's why I don't know. I will say they're driving by the way the camera is moving.
That looks like a gigantic, like, bat or a Mothman. Or
I didn't go that
a
direction with my
Bigfoot?
thought.
You think
yeah,
a
I mean,
Bigfoot?
well, yes.
Oh, I see
A
it
lot of
now.
things. Could be
It's
a lot of
bulky, but it's like People at home, to me, it looks like it's kind of like Spider. I don't know. Holy, the guy's passing out. I believe if I was okay, the dude's moving, so he's still alive.
Is
His
he
arm-
moving or is it moving him? That's why I couldn't
Oh,
tell.
he
I couldn't
flipped him.
tell.
Well, he's reaching right now. The guy's reaching for the camera.
Okay, so apparently he's still alive.
This thing is huge, man. Okay, the guy's like turning into one, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, people at home, this looks like it's like on a old back road, like maybe an old farm trail with hay cutting through, like hay growing on both sides. There's a gigantic creature that's black, and it's like it's shape shifting. Is that what you're getting? I bet you these people are flipping out, but if it were me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd already turned and ran. That's like some Jeepers Creepers stuff right there. That's pretty crazy. I want you talk me through now.
Okay, so the first initial thought I thought of, the creature-wise, was Bigfoot. But as you start watching it, it's got multiple limbs, arms or legs. It looks almost like a spider, but then again, it doesn't have the features of a spider besides the limbs. And then,
Long arms,
it's got the color. Yeah, it's got the color and the hair of a Bigfoot that's been reported before in those type of sightings. And then, what the heck's the guy doing? Like, how did that happen? Did they attack the guy and try to eat it?
Helping him?
Yeah, it's like what? Yeah, and then people were just walking up filming it. Like, there's a lot of questions that surround the footage, but at the same time, the biggest thing I took away from it was, what did people say 9 times out of 10 on comments when we show any type of shorts?
Blurry.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Now this was not like 4K
I'm sure
ultra
that was
high
probably
definition.
clear. It's just been used over and
Well,
over.
it probably has, but hear me out. Why is everything in the picture, the film, clear, somewhat clear? It ain't 4K ultra high definition, but why is everything around the picture clear, but the subject creature itself is blurry?
Because it might throw off a sound or throw off something.
Exactly.
What we think that they
our
can
theory,
do.
Like our theory. Yeah. Now, here's another thought. Demon?
Fallen angel?
I mean,
Definitely.
what we talked about the last few weeks, even with David on the podcast, about like angels and how they can look at different. I mean, fallen angels were once what? Angels.
Yeah.
So I mean, what if it was like a demon, a fallen angel? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of questions around that footage, and right now, there's a lot of people looking at that footage and just questioning it like we are, and it's making its rounds right now around the internet.
Pretty freaking cool.
What do you think? Legit or nah?
I don't want to. I'm not the type of guy. I don't want to dismiss everything, because if you dismiss everything, like, I think it's got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got a shot at being real.
I think so too, for the sheer fact.
Oh, my bad. It has a shot at being real.
Well, here's my thing. Everything's got a shot, but my thing is the situation is what to me makes it somewhat legit, because you got that guy that's laying there either dead or helpless. You think he's alive, and you probably he looked like he's moving. It looked like he's doing this. Yeah. But like the guy's laying there, and then you got a creature. Like, how could you costume that if you're faking that? Because like it's blurry for one thing, and then it's got multiple limbs, and it's moving that like in a way that humans don't move or even could imitate moving. And then to me, it's like, okay, I lean more towards legit, but the question I always have is, I know it's made its rounds, but why is it always cut off before it goes away or they run?
Yeah, they were brave enough to just cut it off and roll out.
What do you think? They walk up on it or they drive up on it?
That's the only thing that makes me think it could, it couldn't be real. But who am I to discredit someone else's work?
Who are we to discredit anyone? I mean, yes, exactly. But like, my thing is, did they drive up on it or they walk up on it? I think they drove up on it. It looks like a car. Like the way they're moving the camera, it looks like a car to me.
Like maybe convertible top, or even like a 4-wheel.
All right, so you have to answer this question. What is it? What do you think it is? At the final say, what do you think it really was?
Shapeshifted to me. I want to say Bigfoot because we're a Bigfoot channel, but not everything's Bigfoot.
I don't know.
Like that's got a better shot at being Bigfoot than the grass the leaves that people circle in the trees. The red circle people are just the leaves.
And I can give a sneak peek segue into our conspiracy of the week. It's definitely not a porcupine.
No, it's not.
So
hey, I can turn red face when I think about that.
I'm going A or B. I could say Bigfoot or shapeshifter, fallen angel.
It's either shapeshifter, fallen angel, or more Mothman type to me.
It could be Mothman. I mean, that's not a far stretch as
I just
it
didn't
seems.
see the
The
famous
red
red
eyes.
eyes.
Yeah, the famous red eyes. What that was, wings. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, but something 10 foot tall standing like this when they're leaned over,
Well, that guy, you
it
see
can
the guy,
look pretty good.
the guy was a pretty decent sized
Yeah, and
guy
that
in
thing-
the picture,
yeah.
in the film. Yeah, so
You gotta
I mean,
think. Look how big Shaquille O'Neal was when we saw him in person.
he
Imagine
was
something
massive.
3 more foot taller than him, putting its arms like this, bent over. It's going to look like
Bingo.
spider legs.
Yep.
But I'm not an expert on it, so
Exactly. That's that. We're just here to show you, the audience, and talk about it. And more importantly,
drop
we
a
want to know
comment
what
and
you
let
think.
us know what you think.
Bingo. We want to know what you think. Drop a comment and let us know. Do you think it was Bigfoot, Shapeshifter, Fallen Angel, Chupacabra, Mothman, Loch Ness Monster, whatever
The
you think it
dingoes?
is? Yeah. Let us know what you think it is in the comments. Conspiracy of the week. So this is a little bit of home cooking this week on
Yeah.
Conspiracy of the week.
And I want to call this a conspiracy. Let's not even call it. It's our conspiracy of the week, everyone. First of all, before we get into this is brought to us, and you can look it up. All the experts and all the people that said that this was a porcupine. Google it. Look it up. There are 0. What's that?
Porcupines.
0 porcupines in the state of North Carolina, let alone Kaiser, North Carolina.
Well, the reason this is a conspiracy for us is because this was one of the first videos put out
Yeah.
by the Squatch Watchers.
This is our
and
first house call, technically.
It was technically the first house call ever, and it was a remarkable, great one because it had one of the best trail camera images, we believe,
ever.
in existence of cryptozoology. I mean, people can argue all day if they want to, but at the end of the day, it's one of them ones where you look at it and you're going to discuss it, and it's going to be one of them hot topics that people are going to want to look at and talk about.
To me, there's not a video, but to me, and people can hate on me all they want, this picture to me is more credible than the 67 footage. I won't say the name of the footage or the 68, 69 footage.
67.
67 footage.
Yeah.
This is more. It's up close.
Or it could be 69. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Could be
either
69.
one.
Yeah,
68, 67. I think it's more credible because this is blurry. And then people are like, well, look how small it is. The leaves are teeny tiny below its feet. But anyway,
there's a scaling thing. That's not.
their
what you
scales are
see-
way off.
What you see in the picture, as we get ready to throw it up here in a second, it's not the same scale as what you're thinking when you initially look at the
Yeah.
creature in the picture.
Yep.
I mean, if you look in the background, like you said, the trees and leaves are small. I mean, it's not as small as some people think it is.
It makes me mad. This goes to show, and you can throw the picture up now while we're talking about it.
Yeah. So right now we're throwing the picture up.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna say?
Again, 0 porcupines in the state of North Carolina, because I want, in case we clip this out, 0 porcupines in the state of North Carolina. And this goes to show you they don't matter if you've got the best picture, the worst picture, anything. People are always going to try to say it's fake.
Oh, 100%.
It don't matter. They
100%.
want us like this photo, but explain this photo.
So in this photo, you got what is we believe a Sasquatch kind of in a forward hump down position where it's running and about to scale a hill that's in front of it in this trail camera image.
Like a 1990 trail camera.
Yeah, and we'll get to that part in a minute. But then, it's moving so fast. Granted, the trail camera is dated and it's going to not take the best quality in motion picture, but at the same time, this thing is moving fast. You can already tell, and that's where the porcupine thing comes in. For some people, they're seeing that blur in the back of its fur and leaves. And all
I've
that
never
stuff, and
seen
they're
a
saying,
muscular
"Oh, it's
porcupine.
Well,
There's no tail. The
Well-
buttocks, you can see the crack.
do you ever see porcupine with human feet?
Yeah, you can see.
I mean, you can see the foot, and
look
the
at the
footprint.
bicep.
Yes,
like
the muscular
the
structure that's
yeah.
on the picture now. Yeah,
Jeez.
and to me, the biggest takeaway is the feet.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the feet and then that arm is the
Yes,
muscular structure.
and
I
the
mean, you
fist.
see it all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we think it's Bigfoot. A lot of people out there over the years since
Yeah.
2017 have said it's Bigfoot, but you have that whole fan club or crew
Haters.
saying, haters saying porcupine.
Yeah, people that know 0, they think they're Bigfoot experts, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't do the research on the state that the picture was taken in, and they don't do the backstory like we go do and get to know these people and see that they were forced by their son to bring it forward with someone. But that's all
Well,
I'm saying.
that's another thing too. Like the guy didn't even want to bring it forward
No.
until they said you need to show
Zero
somebody
reason to lie
this.
about
Yes, exactly.
You know how much money he made off of it?
0.
Not a dime.
Yeah, exactly. I
He
mean,
probably wasted money going to get the picture printed at Walmart.
yeah, exactly. And longtime viewers of the channel, you've probably seen this picture 100 times over. You've seen the video. For the newcomers, this picture right here is kind of what got us started heavily into YouTube, because once we got that going, it started a lot of debate, a lot of conversation around this picture, around our channel, and that's how we got going with this. And we always get back to this picture because, as far as we're concerned, it's the best physical imagery we've gotten of Sasquatch so far. Yeah. And people can argue this may not be the best one ever as far as pictures goes, but by golly, I bet you it's the best Bigfoot image in North Carolina.
Yeah, I would love to see an expert person take this picture, try to debunk it.
Mm-hmm. So real quick, we've shown you the picture. I think you and David do a good job in this video of showing the image, talking with the people there, and explain the image. So I'm gonna throw up a clip of that right now for us.
So my question to you, Delbert, you obviously know what a bear is.
Yes.
Okay. This isn't a bull elk.
No.
It's not a road cow.
No.
All right. The audience is going to get a chance to see this here in a little bit, but the biggest thing for me, you guys could have just had a picture 3 foot off the ground and took a picture of the foot of this creature only. But this foot right here, the ball of the heel, okay, the pad of the foot, and there's a bend right here in that foot. There's a joint, just so you guys know. Our joint's right there on top of our toes, okay? This creature is bending his foot back here behind the pad, okay? There's a joint in this foot, I believe, that puts this creature in the primate family, okay? This isn't a dude out here in the woods hoaxing somebody. You said yourself it was on privately owned land, so chances are that, no one really knows where you have your trail camera at. There's nobody out here trying to punk you or pull a hoax on you. And this picture was taken actually in June, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So for this time of year in this area, for somebody trying to dress up in an ape outfit and punk somebody is risking their life with the temperatures that we've had this year of 100 plus degrees. So I truly don't believe that you've been punked, all right? I have looked at this picture now for almost a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I've done a lot of cleanup on it on the computer and a lot of different things. And when you take away all the fuzz and all the outlining and you actually put a structure to it, you can clearly see, okay, this is his arm right here going up. All this in the background here is just the sweeping motion of the where it just kind of stepped through and pulled or draw the photography or the photo out. But I can clearly see the arm. I can see the clenched hand. He actually is carrying his hand clenched like this right here. And when you start looking at the haunches on this thing, the butt area, this is a huge, huge creature. And everyone's looking at the head up here. This is kind of a blur. But when you start really making out where the head is and how big this thing is and the fact that it is actually lurched over in a locomotion, it's walking pretty quick through this area. It's not just hanging around to turn around and smile for the camera. It was just on its way, and I'm sure it didn't even know the camera was there.
And there's a clip you just watched.
Wow, dude, that was an old video.
Yeah.
That was, like
Look
I said,
how young you look.
That was our first house call.
Yeah.
10 plus years ago, probably.
Well.
Yeah, it was before YouTube.
Well, that's another thing. That's what's funny. Like, that video was not originally for YouTube.
No.
It was for the local TV station we filmed with. With our buddy. Yeah.
Yep.
So like, it's what 24. It's been 10 years. 10 years since that was filmed.
I'm guessing. Yeah. Gosh. But hey,
well, here's the part to me that stinks. We never got to go investigate the land.
Yeah. But a week prior to that, David, myself, and Toby, and the other 2 guys were investigating at South Mountain right through the woods from that. And the group that we were with had that thing bobbing its head, remember, through the woods, like a couple miles from where this was videoed. And it was like about the same time period as when that photo was taken. Could it have been the same creature? I don't know, but people don't want to hear the backstory. They just always want to go to, that's a porcupine. So something this tall is bigger than the trees in the background. I mean, come on, get out of it.
Never.
But anyway, that's what's crazy is the evidence that we had before this. We were called about this photo.
Well, what's encouraging too is this sighting, this trail camera image that's been circulating for years now because of us letting it out, and then the fact that there's been multiple encounters and sightings there in that area where it was filmed. Also, we investigate near that area too. So all the activity we're getting could, what if it is the same one? What if one is one of the same ones? We don't know.
Yep, family.
Yeah, a family of Bigfoot. But at the end of the day, we think it's Bigfoot. Well, we know it's Bigfoot.
Yeah.
What do you think out there? You may have seen it before. If you haven't, you're new to the channel, welcome. Check this picture out. Let us know in the comments. Do you think it's a Bigfoot or do you think it's a porcupine? Because I'm sorry, look it up on Google. No porcupines in North Carolina. It's got to be a Bigfoot.
It's got to be a Bigfoot.
Yep.
People want Bigfoot to be real, but yet they're going to debunk everything.
Okay, so I'm going to debunk the debunk on this. So porcupine. It's not a porcupine because there's no porcupines in North Carolina. No population. And then also, look at the trail camera image details. The time of year, the climate. Who's going to put on a suit and get out there at 4 o'clock in the morning in the wild wilderness, dangerous wilderness, in sweltering humidity and heat just to film a quick picture and then try to punk us, as David would say?
What was funny is we had no backing then. We were all just starting.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't. There was no YouTube then. They just went doing it to be on YouTube.
They had nothing to prove. They weren't clout chasing.
If there was a YouTube, we may have had 2 subscribers.
That's what I'm saying. Like they had nothing to prove. Like they just wanted to show it because, it needed to be shown. And thank God they showed it.
I'm glad they did.
I'm glad they did too. So let us know in the comments what you think. Is it a Bigfoot or is it a porcupine?
Hello.
That's the landlord. Come to collect the rent.
Oh,
rent free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rent free.
What you got on your mind this week?
So mine's going to be a rent free that went with the conspiracy that I talked about a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
There's something going around on TT right now. It's in entertainment purposes only.
Tea time.
Yeah. On the app TT.
Mm-hmm.
So remember when I talked about dragons?
Yes.
There's a Leviathan. This has just been rent free in my head. What the Bible describes.
Oh, you told me about this the other day, I believe.
So
I think
Google image a couple months ago showed the head straight. Google it now and it's turning. It's like something's waking up in the water. And then you had that big thing that was like going up the Gulf.
This is on camera?
This is all on camera. There was something on the radar and it was showing just something big the size of Texas moving up through the water. But
what could that be?
Exactly. But anyway, that's just rent free in my head. I talk about we talk about giants and dragons, and then all of a sudden, hey, there's people that don't believe in the dragons that were dead are talking now about random people are all talking about it. It's going crazy right now. The Leviathan is waking up.
I believe so. The Leviathan is waking up.
And that to me, Jesus is coming soon.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Amen to that. I believe
but that's been rent free in my head.
Rent free for me is you remember when was it the Christmas parade we done in Hildebrand?
Yeah.
And we were walking down the street, throwing shirts, throwing candy, all that good stuff in that limo.
Boy, we thought we were something.
Yeah, but like what was fun about it was just seeing everybody's like the appreciation on their face, a smile, especially the kids. Like they were just happy to get a piece of candy or a shirt. Like
shirts.
Yeah, we were throwing out shirts left and right.
I think David had like 100 made, and we threw every one of them out.
And David looked like a homecoming queen sitting on the back of the limo, just waving.
God, we ended up just walking.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Walking behind the limo.
It was raining though. That was miserable. The only miserable part was it was raining.
But man, that was fun.
And what I remember too is we went back to your old house and signed a bunch of stuff to send off. You remember that?
Trying to think.
Bunch of posters for something, or we was getting ready for a con or something.
And stuff.
The kid.
Yep.
So
those kids are wanting those pictures.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not
That's
something.
when we first hit the scene.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not something recent like yours, or like as far as like big, but like to me, it's like it was just a good time, and it's just a rent free moment for me because like
that's a good one.
I like the part we rode around in the limo at the end. That was funny.
Yeah.
We just acting like, Chardonnay.
Oh, limo, the freaking 1970s.
Yeah, that David always just like, David always had something to say about that, or he was always messing with it or something. It was funny. Like, there's a lot of good stories, good times we can't say on air, but like a lot of good stories behind camera that we really can't share in the public.
Is all I'm gonna say.
Mr. Diesel. Yep. But that's rent free for me, and you had a good rent free too. It was a good week.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one.
It was a good one.
By the way, Riley saw another picture of my dad and went, "Papa, And I was like, where do you see him? In there. Pointed. And then I said, well, where else? I was like, who is Pawpaw? Nanny. So apparently she knew that he was connected to Nanny. And then I showed her a picture of my brother that I've never showed her again. I said, well, who's this? Alan. Who's this? Daddy. Who's this? Cody. So to me, she knows, like, if I show her a picture of somebody she sees a lot, she knows exactly who it is. That was a picture we took 8 years ago. So it's like,
wow.
Are they coming this year? I think God may do it now. But anyway.
Well, it's like they say with kids, like they have like the veil
I asked
off
her,
of them.
I said, well, who do you see him with? Pawpaw. It's weird.
Gives you chills, don't it?
It gives me chills, but that
does.
lets me know, like, I'm telling you.
Something's up with it. Yeah.
I think I saw a verse in the Bible too that they can see the good, but they'll never know the bad. But anyway, that was it. That was my rent free. Remember all of our stuff here. I think we've already talked about it. But
yeah. So far, everything I gotta get some more decorations on the table.
besides the actual Bigfoot, my
Yeah,
cousin
actual
got
Bigfoot.
that for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, my cousin
That's neat.
Stephanie and Peyton,
Yeah.
they got that.
I'll tell you what. What's that nice chair you're sitting in? You can talk about that.
Oh, this is a Chicago Bulls chair, custom made with a jersey.
Yeah.
My stepdad does them, custom chairs this is the Michael Jordan one, and I bought the jersey and he did it for me, and I love it. And he's supposed to do you one if you ever buy the jersey.
I gotta get on that. Yeah.
Chicago
I
White
gotta get on
Sox.
that. Yep, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed this episode this week. Comment below what you think about the shore of the week and the conspiracy of the week, and any inquiries, email squatchwatcherspodcast@gmail.com. Any last words?
Just stay prayed and peace.
All right, keep squatching. God bless.